This is the Hustle Decoded.
Hustle Decoded.
Go.
Welcome to the Hustle Decoded, Entrepreneurship from the ground up.
Hustle Decoded.
Gonna give people a few minutes just to get in. Let's start your weekend off right.
Go. This is the Hustle Decoded. Hustle Decoded.
Hustle Decoded.
Hustle Decoded.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning wherever you are. It is 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And this is the Saturday Hustle. Again, if this is your first time here, welcome to the Hustle Decoded. Entrepreneurship from the ground up. My name is Kelvin. I am the founder and CEO of the Hustle Decoded. And here on this channel, what we like to do is we like to focus on the fundamental life skills that you're going to need in order to move your personal life or your business life to the next level. Now, this is the Saturday Hustle. This is the Saturday school where it's beneficial to you. It's not going to, this is not where you're doing something based on the fact that you're on punishment or you're doing something bad. These are life lessons that are going to help you in your future. So we will be doing these on Saturdays around 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And this series that we're working on is the Mindset series. So we're going to get to it in a second. I don't usually interact with the chat until later. Feel free to interact in the chat. I'll shout you out later. But in the meantime, I want to go ahead and get through these announcements before we get right into the lesson. Do me a favor. Wednesdays, 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, join us for the live stream. There on the live stream, we talk about the economic topics of the day. I provide my commentary. I talk about the solutions that current and future entrepreneurs need to be working on in order to navigate through the economic times today and tomorrow. Also, on Saturdays, like I mentioned before, we do the Saturday Hustle. The series we're working on currently is the Mindset series, the Mindset Decoded, where we will be talking about, at least today, the conscious and subconscious mind. But every Saturday, we're going to be bringing lessons on certain topics and subjects. And lastly, do me a favor when you have time. Go to the Facebook page, look up the Hustle Decoded, give it a like. There we give all the latest information and topics of the day, and it allows future and current entrepreneurs to connect and network. It's a great place to be. Do yourself a favor and join. All right, again, this is the Mindset series. We're going to be going over the conscious and the subconscious mind, and I'll just be going through the lesson. Do me a favor, take a listen, pen and pad. Hopefully this stuff is helpful to you. Let's get right into it. Oh, before we even get into it, do me a favor. Like the page, subscribe, comment below afterwards, see if we're doing a good job. All right, let's go. So, this is lesson 2, the conscious and the subconscious mind. Let's give ourselves a recap here. We talked about some of the things that people go through, why they act the way they act, why they are a certain way in the first lesson, and the root cause of it all is that you've been programmed. Some of this programming has taken place since birth. Things that you've learned, things that you believe, your mannerisms, they've all been learned behavior since you were born. Some of your programming is actually a learned habit from some of your life experiences. You may have gone through something. You may have had a traumatic event or something take place in your life that has altered your thinking or your programming or your habits about certain things, and it has in turn altered your trajectory, your path, your life up to this point. Understand that this is programming that is learned from those experiences, and the reason why you act the way you act now is based on that experience. The same can be said when it comes to limiting beliefs. If you were taught from a young age to have limiting beliefs, whether it be limiting beliefs on money, limiting beliefs on your ability to accomplish something, you name it, these are things that are programmed into you. They're learned behaviors, they're learned habits. Now, in order to change your mindset, you must change your programming. You're going to have to change the way that you think. You're going to have to change the way that you take on certain situations, certain tasks. At the end of the day, it's really all about reprogramming. All the things that you've learned up to this point, we need to relearn. We need to reprogram. And when we talk about reprogramming at the end of the day, reprogramming starts with your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Now, there are 2 ways in which humans process information. And one of the ways that we process information is through our conscious mind, and we also process information through our subconscious mind. And it's very, very, very important that we understand how these processes work. And it's important to understand how these processes work hand in hand. Now let's go ahead and start here, okay? Whatever you believe to be true, your mind will bring that to pass. Now, what exactly does this mean? Let's get into it. So if let's say you believe you can achieve something, you will achieve it. If you believe that you can accomplish a certain goal, you will accomplish it. If you believe you can create a successful business, you will do it. But make no mistake, let's also remember that the reverse is also true. What do I mean? Well, if you don't believe that you can accomplish that goal, you are not going to accomplish that goal. You won't accomplish that goal. If you don't believe that you can reach a certain goal, you won't reach it. If you don't think that you can create that successful business, you won't. If you don't believe that you can make a certain amount of money, you will not make a certain amount of money. If you don't believe that you're going to get to a certain level in life, you won't get to that level in life. So we're going to start with the subconscious mind. I want you to understand that your beliefs are stored in your subconscious mind. They live in your subconscious mind. Remember when I talked about programming, things that you've been taught? Where do these things live? These mannerisms that you do where you're acting like your parents. Where do these mannerisms come from? They come from the programming. Where are they stored? Where do these things live? How do they come back up? Well, they're stored and they live and they're harbored in your subconscious mind. Remember those traumatic events, or, us going through life and being adults and not doing the things that we used to do? Again, there's things that have happened in our lives that have programmed us to where we're doing new things and we're not doing the things that we used to do. We're not doing the things that we wish we were doing before, or whatever the case may be. But it is an effect of programming. Your limiting belief system, not being able to reach that goal, or not believing that you could reach that goal, not believing that you can make a certain amount of money, not believing that you can get that promotion, not believing that you don't have what it takes to become an entrepreneur. Again, these are all the things that are programmed into our subconscious mind. Now I want to go ahead and read you a quote. It is from my great book, The Power of the Subconscious Mind. Your subconscious mind controls all the vital processes of your body and knows the answers to all of your problems. The author of the book is Joseph Murray. What you need to understand, especially at the Hustle Decoded, is we literally start here because you cannot advance without the change of your subconscious. Here at the Hustle Decoded, we focus on entrepreneurship from the ground up, dealing with the mindset and reprogramming the subconscious mind is the ground up. That's why we start with mindset. You can't start this journey of entrepreneurship without dealing with and reprogramming the subconscious. You can't start this journey of having a better a better system of belief unless you deal with the subconscious. You can't get to the next level without dealing with the subconscious. It is absolutely vital that we reprogram our subconscious. Again, like I've mentioned before, everything we are, everything we do, everything we think up to this point is in our subconscious mind. Again, it's our patterns, it's our thoughts, it's our beliefs. things that we've stored in our programming, such as the words of I can't. I can't accomplish that goal. I can't make that much money. Or having a lack of confidence. I don't think I have what it takes to make that goal. I don't have what it takes to lose that weight. I don't have what it takes to be a better person. I don't have what it takes to make that much money. Again, like I've mentioned before, all of these things are stored in your subconscious mind. So this is what I want you to understand. The function of the subconscious mind is to store information, to store habits, to store behaviors. It's not a mind that makes any decisions. The subconscious mind simply obeys the commands that it is given and repeats the commands that are given. What does that mean? Well, things that you've told yourself, the things that you were taught, the habits that you have currently, everything you are up to this point, the way that you act up to this point, your mannerisms up to this point, these are all repeated commands that your subconscious was given. So you were simply regurgitating all of the things that you were given, all of the things that were stored in your subconscious mind. So, now that you understand how the subconscious mind works, now I need you to get an idea of how the conscious mind works. Now, like I've said in the previous slides, the subconscious mind stores information. But what exactly does the conscious mind do? Let's take a look at some of this. Let's use some of the examples that we've used before, shall we? Let's say that you are reading a self-help book, as an example. You read that book cover to cover. You understand that book. You get it. It makes sense. You have made a decision. Another example is, say you want to start a successful business, which is what we want you to do here at the Hustle Decoded. This is entrepreneurship from the ground up. You've made a decision. You've made up in your mind that you want to start a business. You've studied, you've analyzed this decision, and you decided that you wanted to take action. This was something that you wanted to do. Start that successful business. Go on the journey of entrepreneurship. Understand. The conscious mind is the gateway to the subconscious mind. The conscious mind is where your thoughts lie. It is a thinking mind. It is the decision-making mind. You also need to understand that the conscious mind processes information in real time as they happen in the present. It is a mind that is aware. Okay? It is the mind where you make quote unquote conscious decisions. Let's go back to the previous example of reading the self-help book, and let's break it down just a little bit. You see, in your conscious mind, you made the decision to read the book. You were aware that something needed to change within you. You understood and you studied the book. These are all the things that you processed in your conscious mind in real time as they happen. You process this information in that present moment. What about the example of starting a new business? Again, you made the decision that you needed or wanted to start a new business. You made the decision that the journey of entrepreneurship was important. You studied and analyzed the information. You applied reason and logic as to why starting a business is necessary versus doing the things that you're already doing. Again, you analyze this stuff in the present and as they happened. All of these practices are based on your it's based on your conscious mind. All of these uses are based on your conscious mind. See, this is what I need you to understand about the conscious mind. The conscious mind allows us to process information again in real time, in present time. Your thinking, your thoughts, your feelings, they all come from the conscious state of mind. The conscious mind of present awareness. And in order to reprogram our subconscious mind, we must use our conscious mind to reprogram the subconscious mind. This is how they work, hand in hand. Let's go ahead and bring this home. You need to use your conscious mind, the decision-making mind, the commanding mind, the mind that is aware in present time, the thinking and the feeling mind. You need to use that conscious mind to program the subconscious mind. Again, like we talked about, the subconscious mind is the obedient mind. It doesn't make any decisions. It is the storage mind. It is the habit mind. It is the mind that keeps all of your habits, all of your mannerisms, all of these things that you've taught yourself, all of these things that you have repeatedly done in action, these things that you've thought, these things that you've felt. All of this stuff is placed in your subconscious. The mind, it is the mind that stores repeated information and outputs that repeated information. Okay? Again, we have to use our conscious mind, the mind that is the decision-making and commanding mind, to program the subconscious, storage, and obedient mind. Your conscious mind makes the decisions. Your subconscious mind obeys those decisions. The conscious mind must have consistent decision making processes so that the subconscious mind can store consistent information. The next lesson is going to be on attitude. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to conclude that lesson here. I do not see anybody in the chat, which is fine. Again, on these Saturdays, we just want to make a quick lesson, get in, get out, send you on your way. I've got things to do. I know you got things to do. These are things that I want you to keep in mind as we transition our mindset so that we can make it to the next level, whether it's in our personal life or in our business life. Here at The Hustle Decoded, we focus on entrepreneurship from the ground up. We talk about the mindset first, but we're going to be talking about things like your credit. We're going to be talking about having a better or having a relationship with your bank. We're going to be talking about real estate. We're going to be talking about different business concepts and going from there. But you cannot get to the next level. You cannot manage your money better. You cannot be in a position of owning a business like we want you to do unless you have your mental state in order, unless you have the right mindset in order to make it to the next level. You have to have the right mindset. You can't manage a little bit of money or the little bit of money that you have now let me say it another way. You can't manage a ton of money if you can't manage the little money that you have right now, as an example. These are the things that we're going to be teaching here, but we have to start here. We have to start with the mindset. That's why we were going to be spending a lot of time here. Now, before I take off, do me a favor and join us on Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we focus on economic commentary of the day. I provide commentary on those topics as well as providing solutions for the current and future entrepreneur on how to navigate through the economic times of today and tomorrow. We just went over the Mindset Series Lesson 2, the conscious and the subconscious mind. Join us on Saturdays at 8 o'clock where I give lessons like these, but right now we are focused on the Mindset Series. Also, join the Facebook page. Give it a like. There I give different news topics of the day, provide encouragement, motivation. You find out about all the latest topics, but it's also a place where present and future entrepreneurs can connect and network, because networking is extremely important. One last thing that I want to leave you guys with. Have some books for you guys to read. Leaders are readers. Something that you can put in your headphones or your audiobook. Lead the Field by Earl Nightingale. I want to continue that. Now that we're talking about the conscious and the subconscious mind and the power of it, I want you to read that book again. Give you a better understanding of how powerful your mind is. The other book, I mentioned a quote in the course, The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murray. Again, something that you want to read. Understand how powerful your mind is. And then I want you to read Who Moved My Cheese by Spencer Johnson. I think it's relevant to the economics of what's taking place today, where the cheese has been moved. The way in which you get money or navigate through this economy has moved. I think even though it's a book that's been around for a while, I think that it is very relevant to what's taking place today. So I do think that it is a very important book that you should be reading. All right. And again, hope you guys have a good weekend. It's a long weekend, Memorial Day weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Do me a favor, give this a like. Subscribe if you haven't. Let us know how we're doing. Comment below. And guys, we'll see you later. This is the Hustle Decoded, Entrepreneurship from the Ground Up. And with that, I'm signing off.